So it was a treat. Welcome, yogis at home. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to use the playlist I sent, we'll cue it up together. In 3, 2, 1, play. Alrighty. We'll start with a reclined butterfly. So, a little more. Start in your seat. Soles of your feet together, knees wide. And you can bring your heels close to your groin area or further away. Kind of find an edge that works for you right now in this moment. And then options to bring your pillow behind you. And you can recline back on that. Find a subtle back bend. Another option is to roll up a small blanket or large towel into a log. And you can lay on that and find just a little bit of heart opening quality. So recline back. Arms out wide, arms above your head. That might be a lot to start your practice, but if it feels good. Another option, left hand to heart, right hand to belly. And take this time to arrive. Build your breath. Give the weight of your body to your mat. Gaze inward. Observe the present quality of your tissues, your joints. Notice which areas are soft, loose, flowing freely. And notice which areas feel a little congested, restricted. Bound. Just simply observe that without a need or desire to change what is. Furthermore, release any desire to judge if you do have resistance, or define with a lie or a category. trust with an open heart, curious mind, the potency of your practice. We'll address these areas in time. Enjoy a touch of stillness, a pause between your inhales and exhales. Attention to your inner thighs and your groin. Breathe deep into this space. Invite the outer line of your legs and knees to soften towards your mat and thus open your pelvis slightly more. Exhale, assist your knees back towards each other, and then roll to either side of your mat. Find a fetal position. Rest your head on your bottom arm. Enjoy a pause to integrate the shape, the asana. Perfect. Now make your way to seated, and then we'll come onto our bellies for a prone shape. We'll set up Sphinx pose. And if you'd like to, have your towel or blanket folded at least once or twice. This can be a little padding as we're going to take half frog Sphinx. Let's start in a Sphinx. Forearms form an 11 or prayer hands. Take a moment to drop into the fundamental shape. Soft glutes, soft legs. Weight your abdomen, your chest forward and down. And keep your shoulder tips up. Keep your head up or chin to chest. And now bend your right leg. Once again, you can set up your little pad to support your inner knee. And you'll find half frog on the right side. Inner ankle to the earth. Toes point away from your mat. And linger here. And because of this half frog setup, you'll notice that your right hip flexor is slightly higher than your left. With each round of breath, soften it closer to the earth. Stay mindful of the quality in your shoulders. Find the very least amount of effort needed to keep your arms, your shoulder bones upright. Ride the waves of your breath. Inhale to withdraw slightly. Exhale to advance and deepen. Give all of your attention to pacifying every cell in your body. Simultaneously, allow the stress of your weekend, your week, the day to dissolve. And instead, notice the finer points of this moment. The temperature of the room, the movement of air around you, the sound of your breath, the sensations in your tissues. In addition, become even more present by observing the relationship between your breath and your body. Full breath, inhale, and exhale. First, extend your right leg behind you, and then lower your forehead to your mat. Come onto the right side of your head, and arms alongside body. Linger here. Observe the richness of the pose we just took. And through this observation, through this witnessing, you invite the full benefits. Excellent. Make your way back to Sphinx. And bring your pad, if you used it, on the other side, to the left side of your mat. We'll start here. Once again, dial in a mild to moderate Sphinx pose. Shoulder bones upright. Backside soft and supple. And now half frog. Bend your left leg. Onto your inner ankle. Chin to chest or head upright. You're welcome to cycle through both. And again, give your attention to softening your hip flexor. In this case, your left hip flexor. Down towards the earth. With each round of breath, allow your pelvis to peel open. There can be a tendency in this shape to lean on one side of your body, one side of your elbow, forearm. Keep it equalized. And play your edge. Mild to moderate, slightly dull, slightly achy, slightly bitter. A 2 to 5 on a scale of 10. Soften your chest forward and down through the pillars of your shoulder bones. Weight your abdomen heavy into your mat.
Keep scanning along your backside and the back line of your legs to release any gripping or binding. Continue to add length and depth to the cycles of your breath. Keep your awareness acute as you notice all the subtle adjustments within the shape and within the hold. Full breath together. Inhale and exhale. Stay for your in-breath. Exhale, release once again. Prone Shavasana. Extend your back leg behind you. Come onto your left ear. Slow transition. Arms along your side bodies. Palms face up. Frame your ribs with your palms. Make your way through a table very slowly. And then come on to your seat. And set up your pad under your sits bones as we prep for caterpillar, a seated fold. Extend your legs forward, hip width, or together, either way. And take a moment here. Sit upright. Chest slightly forward and up. Take a moment. Flex your toes towards your shins. Nudge your heels forward to lengthen the back line of your legs. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Now, you can use your pillow or bolster or even a rolled up blanket to support the beginning stage of your fold. And of course, support your head. Now, if you don't have the right prop for this tonight, no worries. Let your chin fall to chest. And you're welcome to touch your toes or outer edges of your feet. But if you do that, just remember not to pull. Instead, just hold gently. Invite the back line of your body to stretch, to lengthen. And now that we've been in the practice for a bit, I'd like you to apply some of the same qualities you do to your physical body, to your mind, and your emotions. And the simplest way to put this is to let go, detach from your thoughts. In addition, detach from all feelings that you are not currently feeling. For instance, if you were angry this morning or sad last night, let this go and recognize that not unlike the weather, emotions change, shift, come and go. And like we discussed in the very beginning, not just within your body, but within your mind and emotions, notice the areas that are open and flowing, natural, neutral. And then notice areas that require a little attention. And just as you breathe into your tissues, breathe into your thoughts and feelings. Allow them to dissolve and dissipate and arrive fully in this moment. However simple or complex it is in your own perception. Ultimately, this is a yin state. Allow, receive, drink in all that exists in the now, without judgment, without attachment or aversion. Become your experience. Full breaths before we move on. Inhale. Exhale. Fingertips to the earth. Inhale, slowly walk your torso upright. Gentle reminder, the principle of this practice is to enter and exit postures as slowly as possible. We'll linger here upright, palms to thighs. Observe, notice, experience the previous asana. And through this observation, we integrate. Perfect. We'll take a mini shavasana now. Come onto your back. Remove any props from your space. And simply lie back. Give your full weight to the support of the floor beneath you. Just slightly tuck your chin to lengthen the space behind your neck. Pause for your inhale. As you exhale, fetal shape either side. No rush. And make your way to seated. Or excuse me, make your way to a table. And now we'll set up sleeping swan, which is the yin version of pigeon. Then bring your right knee forward towards your right wrist. Extend your left leg back behind you, hips toward your mat. And take a minute to wiggle, adjust. See if you can bring your hips towards level. If you notice there's quite a bit of space between your behind, especially on the right side, and your mat, option to take a rolled up piece of towel or small blanket. Bring it under your seat. Linger for your inhale, slight arch in your back. As you exhale, come to your depth. One modification that could be extra comfy tonight, you can lay on a pillow or rolled up blanket. Another option is you can come to forearms, let your head hang heavy, or you can come all the way onto your chest. Imagine your hips pooling in all directions. Continue to scan and rescan for any unconscious clenching or binding. In addition, continue to address your mental and emotional space. The intention behind this practice of tonifying your more subtle bodies is to soften them, just as you do your physical body. As we observe our thoughts and emotions, even the ones we wish we didn't have, when we can do this with a neutral heart, again, without attachment or aversion, they dissolve. They pass by like clouds in the sky. Use your awareness to diffuse any baggage from your week, from your day, from your year. And thus make space for healing, for insight, the blessings of the world you exist in. Full breath. Inhale. Exhale. First, begin by lifting your torso. Take a moment, arch your back, hips towards your mat. And then return back through table and pedal your legs one at a time. Now, if you'd like to go all the way to down dog to do this, you're welcome to. Undulate throughout your entire body to integrate the posture in all its benefits. Shake out your head a bit wherever you are, soft neck and jaw, space behind your eyes, bridge of your nose, your inner ear. And make your way back to a table, no rush. And from here, set up the other side, left knee towards your left wrist. Extend your right leg behind you. And take a moment to sit upright in this shape. Allow your hips to melt. And again, you can cushion any gap between your left behind and the earth. Pause as you inhale, arch your back just a little. And exhale, lower to forearms, lay on a cushion, or come all the way down to your chest. Play your edge. Slightly dull, slightly achy, slightly bitter. Nothing pinching, nothing acute. Nothing so intense that you can't breathe naturally as if you were lying in bed reading a book. Nothing tingling. If you were experiencing any of these back off until you are not. Also remember that within the shapes, if suddenly discomfort arises that is beyond your safe edge, feel free to completely remove yourself from the posture. Full breaths before we move on. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, slowly torso upright. We'll linger here. Heavy hips, heart open. And then transition back through a table. Pedal your legs from that table or from a down dog. Any undulating movements, in addition to extending and flexing your legs, will support the integration of the posture. Once again, diffuse any buildup in your neck, jaw, face. If you're still moving and diffusing from the sleeping swan, take your time. And when you feel ready, we're going to set up for frog. So, there's a couple ways you can do this. First, if you don't have a very large blanket or fabric towel, you just roll up the edges of your mat, and this is nice padding for your knees. Another option is to use your blanket, if you have one, wide ways, of course, wide enough to support your frog. You can fold this several times to add even more cushion under your knees. And bring your knees nice and wide until you feel a mild to moderate stretch in your inner thighs and groin. Now, two options. You can take traditional frog and you can take wide side of your mat if that's more comfortable, either way. Bring your inner ankles down, toes out to 9 and 3, or tops of your feet down. Either one is great. We'll linger here for a moment, palms under shoulders, and just invite a little more spaciousness between your knees. Not past your safe edge, of course. And maybe rock forward and back just a bit. Find that sweet spot. For some of us, it's hips in line with your knees. For some of us, it's hips slightly behind. And for some of us, it's hips slightly forward. However, keep in mind this is not child, so don't lower your hips toward your heels. Stay upright if that feels like more than enough, or maybe come down onto forearms. Due to the fact that our bodies are all vastly different in structure, continue to explore what feels just right within this posture. As you breathe, give the weight of your pelvic bones, your abdomen, your hips to the earth, towards the earth. Head heavy, chin to chest. And after every few breaths, 3 to 10, ask yourself if you can maybe widen your knees a bit more. Of course, while remaining within a mild to moderate edge. Send your full breaths to your inner thighs. And just as we did in Sleeping Swan, allow your hips to pool, to spread, to open in all directions. In these last moments, maybe even more space between your knees. As you stay with your breath and its rhythm, continue to observe and embrace receptively, passively, the exact quality of the moment, free of judgment, free of attachment or aversion. Full breath in, full breath out. Now slowly remove yourself from the asana. It may help to first lift your torso, then adjust your knees back through a table. And from here, hips towards your heels, find embryo, arms alongside body, forehead to your mat. Now, if you feel called to move in space, you're welcome to take other variations. For instance, more pedaling of your legs, maybe some open hip movements to rotate your pelvis a bit. And use this time mindfully to integrate, to digest, to chew on the nourishment of the shape. And when you feel complete, come onto your back, a fetal shape to the right side of your mat after that. Inhale, reach your left arm to the ceiling. As you exhale, roll on to your shoulder bones. Keep your hips and legs where they were. And find a supine twist. Lots of options. Your legs have separated. You can place something between them. You can also place something under your bottom leg to ensure that your shoulder blades equally ground into your mat. You can add traction with your right palm on your top thigh. But just use the weight of your hand as that traction, not pressing or engaging in order to deepen. You may gaze left if you like, stretch your neck. And even cactus your left arm if that feels good. Full breaths together, inhale. And exhale. Stay for your inhale breath. Exhale, return to the right side of your mat, fetal position. Very slow. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, roll to the other side of your mat. A fetal shape there. Inhale your right fingers to the sky. And exhale, roll on to your shoulder blades once again. Once again, a prop between legs, just an option. A prop under your bottom thigh, another option. Tea or cactus. Add traction with your left palm. Of course, any other embellishments or variations are welcome, as long as it's within your safe edge. We'll stay for a full breath before we move on. Inhale. Exhale. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, right side of your mat. Gently return. Or excuse me, left side. So sorry. Now gently roll onto your back. Find Shavasana. You can place a pillow or rolled up blanket under your knees. You can cover up with a blanket if you're chilly. Roll up something and place it under your neck for comfort. Rest easy here in stillness. Begin to revisit the length and depth of your breath. As you do gentle movements in your extremities, inspire yet another transition, yet another vinyasa. And find a full body stretch. With your next exhale, a fetal shape either side of your space. And with your inhale, make your way to a tall seat. Take your time. Once you arrive, prayer hands, bow your head towards your fingers. Yet another practice behind us. Infinite more to come. And with each one, we clear what is congested and step closer to the divine nature of ourself. For this we give thanks. Thumbs to third eye, inhale. Exhale, bow to the earth.
Namaste.
Thank you very much, yogis, for joining me this evening. Thank you also, friends at home. Take your time as you transition. I hope you have a warm and restful evening.